Tammy. We're talking about osteoporosis. Bad phone's running. Hi, everybody. Hi, Robin. We're doing osteoporosis this morning, and I'm trying to get this juicer to work because it's the one that masticates instead of juices. So I'm trying to figure out how it works. All right, that might do it now. Oh no, it's not sitting. It's a little crazy. Hello, Mary. Hi, June. So, hold on, let's see if I do it this way. It's kind of crazy. Oh, maybe it's a snap-in. And of course, I don't have the directions any longer. Hello. All right. I figured it out, I think. Let's see. Yes. All right. Oh. Okay, got it. And look, I got the calendar for November. A few days late, but it's here. All right, Robin, do I have to do this? Hello, Mr. November. Do I have to do this, the mirror thing? There we go. Yeah, look. Here's the calendar. So you can download this in the Stan store, or you can download it in the, I know I did it. Or you can download it in the Stan or the Facebook page. It's so cute. It's my I love it. I love it. All right, no worries. Okay, so just when you check this out, it's a beautiful thing. I know. It's so cute. It's my favorite too. I love having this because I actually put it out and I know what recipes, but I just sent Tyler all the recipes, everything. Tyler, well, not last night, 1 o'clock last night. I sent him all the recipes that I promised you guys. So they will be going out at some point today. Even the class, so you're good. All right, now before we get started to talk about this, I want to get, of course, we're working with quinoa today, so I want to put this on the fire. Let me put this over here. I'm going to put this on the fire so that if by the time we're ready to cook a little something, it'll be ready. So where are my notes? Here they are. I have all my notes here. I love having the notes. It helps. It helps my brain. Because you know. Thank you, Robin, for all the shares. All right. So osteoporosis. Some people, and this bothers me because I've read this a bunch of times, and I don't know why, but we all still think that dairy is some wonderful usable source of calcium, and I don't buy it at all, because if it was a usable source of calcium, we would all have wonderful strong bones, and we don't. So I'm always curious, well, why do they keep telling us that? So if you follow the dollars, you will see that, or follow the cabbages, you will see that, the people who came up with the got milk and all of that, that's the dairy industry, and they, I don't know, I gotta be careful what I say, but I think how about we do it this way? There's great sources of calcium that are plant-based, that are so much better for your diet, that are bone-supporting herbs, weight-bearing movement, daily food sources of calcium. Comment on the cute items. Hi, Norma. Thanks for my heart. So daily food, calcium, leafy greens, tahini, which is a sesame seed paste, broccoli, almonds, and then, vitamin D, which is really important, and magnesium. They kind of all work synergistically together. Mushrooms, wild fish, sunlight. And then for magnesium, you're talking about nuts, seeds, bananas, right? So oat straw, nettle, horsetail, infusions in the kitchen for trace minerals. And you could do like trace minerals, I notice are getting a little push on here too. People are there's a lot of people out there promoting, getting trace minerals and adding them to beverages and stuff. I was almost thinking I might add that to my mushroom coffee, but I don't know about that yet. Already got a lot of stuff in there. Please hit the share button and repost. Yay. All right. Oh, and Tyler's also going to do today, pretty sure you know this, but let me see. I'm going to use my bat phone, Tyler. Okay. Hi, Lauren. We're talking about calcium, osteoporosis, and arthritis. Somebody has to kind of do them, and they kind of play a little bit of the same role. Not exactly, but sort of. Hold on, I gotta find my coffee box. Very important. Uh-oh, the coffee box was moved. Where could it have gone? It's gotta be in the pantry. Where's my coffee box? All right, sorry guys. Totally messing up my algorithm and all that, but I don't, gotta have my coffee. I can't live without my bucket of coffee. All right. Weight-bearing movement, especially for folks that are, a little bit older. Exercise puts stress on the body, and for sure we have to do exercise. I like that vibration plate. I know Cheryl uses that a lot. I like it too. And then also like Tai Chi, resistant bands, walking, all of those things are going to be really good, I don't know about high impact aerobics because you can walk up a hill and get that aerobic movement without, smashing your joints. We got to be careful with that and get the exercise in. So remember that. And I notice, even for my mom, she's 87 and she's bowling. She's got that movement going, throwing a ball. She has a light ball, but she's still exercising, and she'll go to the gym. And it's interesting to listen to her talk because she'll be like, she uses the those balls when she's stretching, so it puts a little bit of weight-bearing squats. Amazing for building bone. Yeah, I love that. You don't have to be jumping and doing high impact at 65 plus, or maybe it's 70 plus now, Lauren. I don't know. I'm 61, so I feel like I could still jump around, but then I get worried because I don't want to break anything or twist something. If something happens to you when you hit the 60 mark, I don't know. You get a little bit more like, she should do yoga. Yeah, she does. She likes to swim. She likes to get in a pool. And I feel like she does that more. She doesn't understand the stretching. We have one of those like stretch clubs here. I've always wanted to do that. But certainly some type of, and low weights. I love weights. And I still am lifting and turning pots over. So even though that's like daily routine for me, I still enjoy doing that. And I know I don't have that like fatty stuff under my arms really at 60 because my arms are pretty good and I have little muscles just from, working out. I have to tighten this, but it's better, I don't know what this new thing is here, AI thing. Is that like TikTok or is somebody doing that? I never saw that before. Are those bots? Helpful bots or something? All right, let me get some water. I need hydration. Can you tell, guys? I need hydration. Hold on, sorry. All right, so those are sort of some of the things that I think help. And if you already are having issues with osteoporosis or what's the other one? Osteo something. Daughter-in-law is a physical therapist and she has all of us stretching. Yes, I mean, stretching is really good. Hey, Neil, how are you? Back again. Osteopenia. What's the difference? I don't understand the difference. Can you explain the difference, Lauren? I don't understand what the difference is. I'm very curious. Gotta know. Mary had osteopenia. Great. I'm so glad to hear it. I know we were right at it. I was here. Osteopenia is the beginning stages. Okay, got it. So when you have osteoporosis, tell me, now that you're here, tell me like 3 major symptoms when you get that osteopenia. Because I didn't put that in here. I didn't put symptoms. You know? I mean, is it your swelling? Is it joint pain? Is that what happens? You don't really have any. You don't have any. So you see the breakdown of bones. But now for arthritis, obviously we see joint pain. Sometimes your hands might swell or your knees will swell. Joints start to swell. You get that pain and stiffness in the morning. I love colonics for that, honestly. Yeah, I got what you meant. So for arthritis, some of those protocols, some comments in the lives. That's why it's important to go to the doctor checkups regularly, even if you think you're healthy. That is true, BB. And Daresh, come on, man. Be chill today. I want to stay focused. I got a lot to do. You are so welcome to be here, but don't drive me crazy today. For arthritis, so I like this is sort of like what can you do if you have it, right? So you want to integrate the anti-inflammatory foods. Like I care, okay? Then go bother somebody else. All right, turmeric, curcumin-rich soups like a golden milk, ginger tea, leafy greens, flaxseed, omega-3s, those kinds of things. I know. He's fine. He'll go away. So then, so unbothered. Oh, Robin, you don't have to. It's okay. He keeps the chat rolling. I don't mind. Yeah, you got to get the bone density done, right? Especially if it runs in your family or if you've had chemo. Oh, no, but it's okay. We want to stay focused. All right, gotcha. So, hold on, guys. I'm slightly distracted. Can you tell? I'm just adding a little bit of water to the quinoa, but I wanted to add it hot. All right. So some of the root causes, no, but okay, that's so funny. Autoimmune, gut health, toxin removal, like you have to get rid of toxins. Always include, okay, hold on. I want to see it. Here we go. Strong bones, diet, lifestyle. I want these. Dietary. Hold on. Let me smell. Hey, Tyler, hold off on sending this because I know I put in, and I don't have it here. You know, I don't know about you, Lauren, but yeah, I got that coming up. Give me 1 second. I had a whole section in here and I didn't put it in, but I want to find that. Can you hold this, Tyler? Because I'm missing some notes in here for you guys and I want you to have them. So I'll put them up when I get back, when I get off the live. So yes, whole foods, very important. Vegetables, leafy greens, nuts, seeds, beans, fruits for minerals, antioxidants that support the bone and joints, right? So for me, the most important, the biggest ones are leafy greens, sesame seeds, all your nuts and berries. When you add the anti-inflammatory, while they're sort of synergistically the same, osteoporosis affects your bones and arthritis affects your joints. Correct, Lauren? I love when you're here because I'm always like worried and then I'm like, you're like, oh, you're right on. But they kind of are, as you get older, these things happen. And it comes from poor diet, environmental toxins, stress, hereditary issues, all of those fun things. Hey, Rob, good morning. Make sure you we're going to do those too. How you doing? Hey, Neko, how you doing? Spot on. Thank you, ma'am. Love that. So when you look at that and as you get older, and I notice more and more, hey, good morning, Linda. I notice more and more that the 30-something crowd is not feeling good, right? And before you know it, these small, well, not small, but things that are happening to your body begin to turn into like a rheumatoid arthritis. No. I didn't, and I made handouts. I kind of want to drag you guys into my office because I'm missing all the stuff for you guys. I made you these really cool handouts. Thank you, November. You guys, let's go into my office for a minute so I can print this because I want you to see it. It's really important. Let's go. We're taking a walk. Let me see. We got a little time here. Let me put this on slow. All right, we're going in my office, my messy office. Morning, gal. For my 50th birthday, life gave me my first PB. Just add some fiber and fresh food to your diet. You're just missing fiber and fresh food. You got to do that. Yeah, we're on a road trip. Fiber and, hold on, let me move me. I muted my microphone for a minute. Sorry. Okay, hold on. I got to get this for you guys because it's important. I want you to see it. I made these great little handouts with pictures. I was up till 1 o'clock in the morning making sure I had all of this ready for you. Hello. Good morning, Chef. Good morning, April. June. Yeah, so 30, LOL. What do you mean 30? Oh, you're 30-something? No. My first baby did the same thing. This year it was knee pain on one side when it rains. Yeah, I mean, that's true, but you guys also, it's getting fiber in the diet. That's it. Oh, 30, not 50. Okay, gotcha. You're just missing fiber in your diet. You got to eat fresh fiber foods. Eat a pear every day. Eat an apple a day. What? I went to bed before you? Can you believe it? That's crazy. That's unheard of. Wild behavior. Oh my God. I was up till 1 o'clock trying to get all of this stuff finished for you guys. Hold on. Let me get it. I'm going to print them and show you. They're so cute. That's the handout. What am I missing? Oh, so this is what I wanted to talk about. Chronic inflammation, right? discussion, share health tips. Yep, that's what we're doing. AI is like listening to me and answering me. It's really creepy. Ongoing inflammation, poor diet, processed foods, excess omega-6, sugar, right? This is arthritis. Stress, infections. Hey, Don. Infections play a central role, especially in rheumatoid and autoimmune arthritis. Think about that. Digestive dysfunction, leaky gut imbalances can trigger gut imbalances can trigger that immune oh my god, dysfunction, and then your system gets overloaded with inflammation. That aggravates joints. This is sort of like the path to arthritis, okay? Toxin burden, accumulation of metabolic waste or external toxins, stresses the joints and immune system. And then lifestyle, if you're not doing any like physical activity, poor sleep. This is a big one, unresolved emotional stress. And I think that plays a huge role. Lauren will probably back me up on this. Thank you for my love. Is unresolved emotional stress. And I think that plays a very key role in autoimmune dysfunction. So when you get rheumatoid arthritis, when you get all of the lupus, MS, those kinds of things, they can really wreck your immune system. Yeah, especially from trauma, Don. Yep, exactly. And that trauma could be, when you were a kid, your parents got divorced, or a favorite family member passed away, or yeah, it's a bigger class for sure. If you're overweight and you're putting a lot of pressure on your joints, or you have a job where you're standing too long or sitting too long, all of those things are going to affect you over time. Now, weather and environmental factors, here's some big ones. Dampness, cold, moldy environments, seasonal changes, mycoplasma. I just started saying that. Epstein-Barr virus, it has that mycoplasma infections. Those are like the molds and the mildew smells. When you start to smell that stuff, it could be triggering autoimmune, which then triggers arthritic conditions. So those are things that you really want to be careful of. I knew I had all of this and I was like, wait a minute. Osteoporosis, insufficient intake of calcium, vitamin D, magnesium, and vitamin K. My dose of Sean. I know Sean's at work today. I'm off today, so I'm here. He was in yesterday, especially over your lifespan. So that impairs your bone formation and mineralization. So that somebody said it before, BB. I think BB said it before she shared that other thing. You want to be careful. D, magnesium, vitamin K, they're not, and calcium, those are not things that people talk about a lot. But when you start to focus on it, you realize they're all synergistically working together. So it's very important. And if suspicious, get tested for Lyme too. Oh yeah, that's true. Lots we can do nutritionally. That is true. We haven't done Lyme at all, and I would love to do that. And I've found that, and I forgot it, can't talk about it. I was going to say some of the pokes take dormant Lyme and make it go bozo. Right, Lauren? Have you heard that? They might not talk about that in your space because you're, oh my God, this coffee is so warm and good. It feels so delicious. I'm drinking Rise mushroom coffee right now, and it's so good. Any of them. That one and the other one that the kids get. It's that triple one. They start poking them at 11 for that. But that's it. Okay. over a lifespan, right? Physical inactivity, if you're sedentary, if you're a couch potato and you're watching too much TV, lack of weight-bearing exercise, when you do that weight-bearing exercise, it sort of stimulates the bone. It increases bone, it stimulates the bone. So you want to be doing that. Even if you're doing very light weights. Yeah, if the immune system's altered and then you trigger some type of like Don was saying, some type of trauma, a car accident even, all of that stuff gets stirred up. Yeah, exactly. So chronic inflammation and an acidifying diet. Now, persistent low-grade inflammation. Thank you for my howdy partner. Thank you. I don't think I've gotten that in a long time. Thank you, June. Hi, partner. A diet high in sugar, animal protein, processed foods, acid-forming substances accelerates bone breakdown. So think about that. You might have a great diet, but every day you eat some sort of crazy sugar. Even a really painful surgery can spark immune response, for sure. Do you put sugar creamer in your mushroom coffee? I do. I put layered coconut creamer in my mushroom coffee, but it's not sweet. I don't taste sweet. I don't like sweet coffee. But I do have mushroom, layered superfood creamer in here. I got MS after the challenges of my firstborn, still had a high pressure career. Yes. Yes, Gail. And let me tell you, a lot of women, especially now, I want to add something to that, Gail, because I think it's really important. Good morning, Heather. I think it's really important to bring that up, especially if we have 30 something, 25 something. If you are running, up here, you're always buzzing, you always have that nervous energy going on. If somebody has that, and then they're trying to get pregnant and it's really hard, and maybe they go through some IVF, or maybe they're trying some other fertility ways to get pregnant, and they're just high stress, and they're, that even type A personalities. What happens to your body, and then you go through pregnancy, and then perhaps the pregnancy is a little trauma based, and you think you're going to have a natural childbirth, and then somehow you wind up with a not natural, and it's overwhelming, and maybe the baby has, what I mean, like, all you can hear it, and as I'm talking, I know you guys are all feeling that. What happens to a mama is they're very stressed, and then all of a sudden, a month later, a few weeks later, days later, their immune system just flips, the switch flips, and all of a sudden they have lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, what's the other big one? MS. And it's like, what happened? And we don't realize, and I think that some of that happens, and nobody's telling us. Nobody's saying, hey, you don't have Hashimoto's too, for sure. On the K2 vitamin, on Much MG, please. Dora, I think I have it inside. And when we go back inside, I'm going to print all this, because I printed one, and then I was like, wait, I'm missing a lot of information. So I added more information for you guys. Plus I have some little things. Endometriosis. Yeah. See, all of those things sort of build. I think it's best, Dora, to get tested and then fit it in. I am with vitamin D, and Lauren's gonna be mad at me when I say this, and it's just for me, not you. Hey, Fran. How are you? Yes, exactly. Well, we talk about that a lot here, Fran. I am the person, I talk about that. There's Lauren in here too. Join that conversation. We talk a lot about, we are in a place that we, I did, Lauren, that's what I did. I took a prenatal vitamin from Rainbow Life, and a year after I had my daughter, and it definitely helps balance you again. But that's why we talk about here recognizing these symptoms prior to and after having a baby, so that you get yourself balanced and reset. Please do, Heather. That's why I'm here. You have RA and osteoporosis. So this is good for you today, Dora. And you can download this kitchen pharmacy information in the recipe vault. Right, osteoporosis. So let's keep talking about that. Chronic inflammation. When I say chronic inflammation, like what I was talking about, persistent low-grade inflammation. Oh, I can eat anything. And I am not attacking thin women, big women. I'm not saying any of that. I'm saying, sometimes when when these young girls have beautiful, fit bodies, they think they can eat anything. I can eat anything. My metabolism runs so well, whatever I eat just burns off. It might burn off, and you might have a fit body, but what's going on internally? Do you know what your SED rate is? Do you get that tested? Do you know where your inflammation number lies? Because that steady, chronic bzzz, no stress. See, Gail? So much better. So you don't see it coming. You don't really feel the inflammation, but the inflammation can show itself in stress, anxiety. Those things are a sign. Hey, my body's not working very well. Eating thing will catch up with you. Yeah, later. Yes, 100%, Fran. We you found your happy place here. So we talk about that a lot. Yeah, they carry. Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting. But I want to make that connection of persistent low-grade inflammation. You think you can eat anything. You might have an extra drink when you're out, or you might think that, having a drink, gotta run by, Fran. Anytime. We're always here Wednesday morning, 8 a.m. Say hi to everybody. I miss everybody. I try and get on, and I'm always doing some of this. So when you do that persistent low-grade inflammation and you're eating crazy stuff, remember the gut-brain connection, right? You're eating something that, oh, maybe I'm going to eat a bagel, and the wheat doesn't bother you, or you're going to be in the gym for 2 hours later, but your body's still under stress. It's still having anxiety. It's still having stress. And maybe you have a low sort of sensitivity to wheat. And then it affects your brain, and your neurotransmitters are getting out of whack. And then you have a little bit of anxiety or stress at work, or stress with your partner, or stress with kids, whatever it is. That is all persistent low-grade inflammation on the body. Then some trauma happens. A car accident, you lose a job that you love, a friendship, a relationship ends, somebody that you love passes away. It could be anything. You wanted a job that you've been working for your entire, ever since you're out of college, and you didn't get it. Anything. You didn't get into law school. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Something affects you, and then all of a sudden you're triggering an autoimmune response. And I think that's why it's so important that we follow this sort of organic, clean, healthy diet, because when you do that and you're feeding yourself, remember, that nutrient-dense food, you feel better. Your body's working better. All right, now wait, I want to print my little handouts that I made for you guys and show them to you, because you can pin them on your refrigerator. You're going to get these as part of your package. It's in the recipe vault, $5 a month. You get all this information. I did it with the pictures are kind of silly, but look, I did a diet for osteoporosis and arthritis, a sample menu. Look. Oh, isn't it cute? You could put this on your fridge and sort of get encouraged. There's a breakfast, a lunch, a dinner, a snack, and then I even did a juice. Yeah. Okay, oops, hold on. Look, isn't that nice? So it's just like you can go out of your fridge and you can see, and we're making stuff right now. I got to get in there before I burn my quinoa. And then wait, there's one more I did. Come on. Where's my other? Strong bone and joint. Here. Diet and lifestyle tips. Another one you can add. I love visual aids too. Me too. I'm going to send these to you, Lauren. I'm going to give you these so you can hand them out to your clients. Yeah, I love a visual aid. And then you can put this on your fridge. Yeah, these are in the vault. Not yet. They're going to be there today. Look at this one. It's super cute. But this one just gives you like, you know, essential tips. Diet and lifestyle tips. But it's kind of fun because sometimes when you're reading this, it's a little bit annoying and hard to do. So when you I should actually, you know how when you do, you know how Cooks Illustrated, if you guys, we're going to go back inside now. You know what Cooks Illustrated, you go and you can now buy a bound copy of like a whole year of their books, their cookbooks. We should do that. At the end of this year, I should put all of this stuff in a book that you guys can download, you know? But I just figured this would be really cute for you guys to have, that you can just stick on your fridge. I do this quite a bit. I have a bunch of these. I'm going to start doing more because I think they're super helpful. All right. Hold on. Let me see. I got to move my DJ glasses and all these things. I'm going to mirror me back so I'm not in that thing. All right. Let me tell you something, guys. I noticed my skin from a year, like 2 years of drinking. What do you call it? Drinking. I'm a paper book type of person, not online. Oh, adrenaline. How are you? A lot of ink. I know. I have a lot of this stuff stacked up so that I can read to you guys, and you know, I have all my information in front of me, but it is a lot of paper. I recycle some of it and I do put it in a book. Yeah, I'm going to try and I have so much to do. I have so much to do. I'm so glad you guys are here because it's just awesome. And I feel like we have this beautiful, strong community that's going to keep growing, you know? All right. So now, okay. So let me see. We talked about, hold on. Where did I just put all that stuff? Okay. Natural causes. All right. We did that. Physical. We did the chronic inflammation. Thanks, Gal. Digestive issues and dysbiosis. So when you have impaired gut health, adrenaline. I went to bed at 1:00 this morning, getting all this stuff done so that it gets loaded up today and you guys have access. I got all the Thanksgiving stuff that we did yesterday and the last week. You have everything ready. I don't really know. I take a lot of vitamins. And honestly, I am really at the point now, when I stopped eating gluten, it actually put my body into overdrive. Like, I don't know. It changed me. I mean, honestly, this sweater used to be kind of full. I was filled. And I didn't do it on purpose. I wasn't paying attention to that. I cook. I have to taste food, you know, but it's always good food. So I just think it has changed my life. And I'm like, yeah, all right. I just don't care. I don't know how that happens because I never thought I would say that. It's a little hard when I'm cooking because sometimes I have to taste something that has wheat in it, but I don't swallow it. I know that's not the same thing, but sometimes I have to do that. But I feel great. I feel really good. Thank you. Okay, so digestive issues, gut dysbiosis. This is what we're talking about a lot. Leaky gut it doesn't, you don't get that you don't absorb your nutrients the right way. And osteoporosis meal plans, discuss health. AI is poking me to stay on track. Where did this come from? So wheat is the issue for gluten. So right, gluten is, but wheat, there's barley has gluten. There's quite a few things. When are we getting cutting boards to knock on? They're all stacked up over there. Do you want me to put them in the stand store? Can we put those in the stand store? All right, we'll get them in the stand store. I'll talk to Tyler. We'll get them in the stand store. I know, Ruby, it's a little scary. All right, you got it. I need a cutting board. Have you guys seen them? Look. They come in a nice little box. Some of them are wrapped in a nice little box. I'll show you. June, I love you so much. Wait, hold on. I'll show you. I didn't put them up yet. Actually, Ron just said the same thing because he started this for me. He brought that one home as a surprise. Yes, yes, a Christmas present. You know, Adrenaline, there's a merch now. If you go in the stand store, the link in my bio, you can get an apron, a t-shirt. I have a little tote bag. You can get it. Good morning, family. Look, it's that acacia wood too. So it's really nice. Isn't it pretty? And if you want to cut meat on it, it has the little divot to keep it in. Isn't it nice? All right, I'll get them up. I will talk to Tyler today. He's at work, but we have a meeting on Wednesdays, so it's our meeting day. All right. Yeah, with the cookbook. Oh my God, that's a great idea. Gorgeous, darling. I love you, Jude. Maybe we'll do like a little package or something. I don't know. We'll come up with something fun. All right, let me put this over here. So now, like a cookbook and a cutting board. How fun is that? It's so crazy. And then, guys, I mean, I it's just for me to keep saying this, but it's because I want you guys to feel good. But if you really want to take care of yourself, definitely good morning, Renee. I love the picture of you in your apron. Yeah, the merch is cute. Not a lot because it's all certified organic. I said, I don't want anything that's not certified organic. That would be silly. So there's a few t-shirts, there's an apron, and there's a tote bag, a mug. It's cute. Wow. I'm all over the place today. I'm so sorry. All right. So, hi, Paula. The chat's crazy. Okay, so, all right, we did got now environmental toxins. They affect osteoporosis. Did you know that? Exposure to heavy metals or toxins, they disrupt, hormone disruptors, right? Oh, I was talking about the past. Yeah, I was saying, thank you. Like if you do the past, you're investing in yourself. So it's like, yes, I love the cutting board. I love the apron. All of that stuff is so important because it makes us part of something. But I love, Grammy, I love that pass because it's cheaper than buying things separately and you invest in yourself. So Tyler and I are going to talk today about doing, because a couple of you guys asked me about like a 6-month one that renews every 6 months rather than the full year. So Grammy Robin. So, we'll do it. You can do it like that. So we'll talk about that. Okay. So where are we? Environmental toxins and then other factors. Here we go. You ready? That affect osteoporosis and many things. Smoking, excessive alcohol, some medications. Yup, getting there. Chronic stress, hormone imbalances, and genetic predispositions can contribute to all of that. So think about those things. That's where we're talking about in the osteoporosis bubble. And remember, I notice even my girls and myself, my girls at work, Nellie and Paul, were all talking about it when you get to menopause. And I don't know what the stage is for men where they, and I should learn this too, Lauren, maybe you can help me. Men are going to experience the same thing. But for women, when you lose, when your hormones start to get out of balance during menopause, you also, everybody feels it in their hips, right? You start to feel your hips aren't working right. And if you don't take care of that, all of that stuff is going to be, Tyler's always got work to do. The both of us are like, menopause. Yes, we have to figure that out. Renee said you have a lot of work to do, Tyler. Let's go. Men's testosterone diminished. That's in a similar way. So yeah, that's what I would say. That's it. Best foods for MS. Have we done MS yet? I don't think I've done MS, lupus. Let's put those on the list. I think we should do those in January. We should work on that. Let me get my list. And I have my calendar. Did you guys all download your November calendar? We're not going to have regular classes after the 19th. I'm just going to be on lives at the store because I am at work from the 19th straight through Thanksgiving. So, we'll be doing that. Let me get MS and lupus on the list. I know we talk about that a lot, and I've neglected those, and I think they're very, very important. Because for me, I'm going to say that MS and lupus and RA, do you have a lot of catering events this month and next? Let me finish my thought. Hold that thought. I notice MS, lupus, RA, people are getting them younger. And Lyme, yes. All right, let me write this down. Hold on, I need a pen. Here's my pen. Younger and younger, we're seeing this. And I think, I got you. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Lupus, RA, MS, and Lyme. And I think my mom was diagnosed when she was 30. See, BB? 27, Lauren. Yeah, I am, we might have to take these, not here, but we'll see. We'll see because I just got goosebumps. But yes, I think they're very important to talk about. All right, now let's talk about the causes, natural healing causes of arthritis, because let's see how they're so sort of synergistically the same. Bone and joints, we need them both. Again, ongoing inflammation from a poor diet, processed foods, excess omega-6, sugar. Omega-6, that's seed oils, correct? 45, all right, we're gonna get us all healthy. Lauren, interesting. That's interesting to me. I want to talk so much about pokes and the connection. I just, my mom and younger sis have osteoporosis and osteopenia. So Renee, you got to download all this information and help them. Because, you can take a calcium supplement, but if you're not taking, the magnesium, the K2, the D. Oh, here, somebody asked me about this. If you're not taking, magnesium, calcium, K2 and D, I love this supplement, Mercola. 14 weeks at age 25, 27 to 29 began lupus. How old are you now? I got to do the math. I want to, oh. 44. Okay, so yeah, so you're young. I will tell you, I say this often, and not to be a Debbie Downer at all. And you know what? I can't even. I think that it is. It's. I think that hold on. I over toasted this quinoa. It's not burnt, but it's definitely over toasted. When my dishwasher comes in later, he's not gonna be happy. All right. I've seen a lot of healing for a lot of things. It's okay, Renee, but it still doesn't. It has no burn smell. It's just, it's not even, doesn't even have a toast. I just caught it. I heard the little crackle and realized, oh my God, I forgot. So we made this, right? Quinoa. Again, here we are with this beautiful thing. Coffee, creamer, soda, anything man-made in a factory. Yeah. Now, adrenaline. Here's what I say, and you know I say it a lot. Autoimmune is the hardest thing to reverse. Is it possible? I think it is. I think the human body is capable of healing everything. Hello, what is that? This is Deborah, this is quinoa, and we're gonna make some food after we talk about osteoporosis and arthritis. 3 other docs look at my shingles, disbelief. It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, that's what happens when you have that infection. So I wonder, did you have chicken pox or did you get the alternative to that? I that's my first thing in my mind so that I can push it out. Okay, so arthritis, right? Now, digestive dysfunction and leaky gut. Would love it. You can do it. It's anytime, adrenaline. I am not, after this week, I am not doing any, you go to the Stand store and you can do it. I have a lot of good resources for Spectrum kids. Okay, so you got natural, or do you think you got a shedded virus? Like, you know, that's a live virus poke. So if you caught it by somebody shedding, right? That's not really, that's sort of manufactured. It's not wild chickenpox. So I'm kind of curious. I got to know that. Like, that's my thing. You caught it at school. What year was that? We gotta have a conversation. I don't know when that's gonna happen. It's not gonna happen in November, I can tell you that, but you were not 1988. All right. Interesting. We gotta dig deep. All right, so I want to finish this piece. Digestive dysfunction and leaky gut. You see how these things are all in play? Okay, got it. You see how these are all in play, all sort of the same thing. You got chronic inflammation on osteoporosis. Was always under the impression we cannot get chickenpox twice, but here I am. You have chickenpox, Robin? Now? I had a slight case of pox at 12 and then a slight case of shingles at 2012. Well, they kind of separate that. They don't say they're the same thing, but it is the same virus presenting itself 2 different ways. Interesting. All right, so dietary triggers include refined sugar, gluten, dairy, high processed foods, and for some nightshades. Here's our nightshades, right? Same virus, yep. Tomatoes, eggplant, potatoes, and peppers. So you see how they're very similar? It's just which one is your body gonna react? How does your body react, right? It depends on who you are, how your body works. So, do you see how they're sort of synergistically working together with the same things? And it's all the same. It's the same food to eat that you're healthy, unprocessed foods, but it's the same kind of thing. I am A positive. Ooh, vegetarian, there you go. Now we know why you love vegan food so much. Toxic burden, accumulation of metabolic waste, right? External toxins, here we are again, heavy metals, chemicals. Lauren, do you have the MTHR mutation, gene mutation? Lifestyle, here we are again. lack of physical activity, poor sleep, unresolved emotional stress, and unhealthy weight, height and joint, all of that. So you see how that all, you have MTR and MTRR. Oh, I have to know about those. I have the gene where cilantro tastes like soap. Oh, really? I think I do too, but I still eat it. Good question, Renee. I will tell you, it even showed up on my 23andMe test. Cool. It's amazing how that works, right? Renee, it's interesting that you say that. I got into food because of the way I grew up around food myself. CK, how are you? I was a totally normal kid with food, like a normal weight, affecting my carbon 1 cycle for methylation. I have to take methyl-free Bs. You have to take methyl-free Bs. So I have to take methylated B vitamins. And my daughter, while she doesn't have the MTHFR gene, she cannot absorb B vitamins. She can't absorb them. She's constantly has to be on them and won't take them because she ate vitamins her whole baby life. And now she's like, Mom, leave me alone with vitamins. So at some point she'll go back, but I'm just leaving her alone. She's got to figure it all out now. She's 19. So, all right. How do dietary patterns, what you eat? I got you. That's good to know. How does it affect bone loss? Let's talk about that for a minute. Hey, T-Man, how are you? So diets high in animal protein, refined grains, processed foods are considered more acid forming. So when I talk about processed foods and refined grains, that's boxes of cereal that are enriched, anything enriched, those are refined grains. Those are not doing nothing for your body but creating acid, okay? So what you want to do is go to sprouted grains, go to Ezekiel breads, try those. They're much better, usually in the frozen section of health food stores or some better grocery stores. Those are much better to eat, right? Processed foods, forget it. Everything processed, like Adrenaline was saying today, everything processed is in a man-made thing is that way. Hi, Joan. So heat-treated fortified cereals do nothing, right? Vitamins do not survive. Yeah, exactly. And those enriched vitamins or fortified with, they don't do anything. Eat a piece of fruit. Eat some fresh vegetables. All right, let me get some, while we're talking, I want to get some of this stuff out. So, people say, oh, I can't eat a lemon because it's acidic, and they stay away from lemons. But they're acidic before they enter the body. But when you eat them, when you drink lemon juice, warm, like a nice tepid or room temperature lemon water in the morning, it's very medicinal. It's very healing. It's very alkalizing to the body. Almonds, very alkalizing. Most nuts and seeds are very alkalizing. Now I notice, I'm just getting out our vegetables that we're going to use today. Today I have some very tired lacinato kale because I'm overrun with food. So I'm going to take out what's going to work, but look at how nice and green lacinato is. I love this. Sometimes it's a little milder than curly kale, but this is another nice way to eat kale. It's great. And we're going to steam it. Now, does it taste great? Like it's like eat your spinach. I mean, they're a little limpy, but if I cut the edge off and put these in water for like 2 hours, they would pop back up. This is called lacinato. It's very deep green, very rich color, and it goes all through the bunch. Now, look, I brought this home a couple of days ago, so it's a little tired, but it's fine. But look, if I did this, if I just slice this off and look, see how nice and wet that is? And I put it in like if I stuck this in my glass of water for an hour, it would just perk right back up. So I'm gonna use it today. We're gonna juice some of it and we're gonna cook a little bit of it. But I just wanna show you, sometimes your greens get a little tired. They're still nutrient dense. It's when they start turning yellow. Let me see if I have a piece that starts, see these pieces? You see, this is when you're like, I don't want to eat this. Yes, those cereals are bleached for sure. You see, this is what you don't want to eat. Need to try that. Yeah, it's so good. Yeah, and then, you know, Lauren, can you explain why, I learn it and then it leaves my brain. Can you explain why sometimes when you eat raw spinach, your teeth get gritty? Thank you, Maggie. Sounds Greek to me. Lacinato. Yeah. I just thought it would be fun because I'm always cooking spinach or greens. Not sure. Okay. I know it has something to do with how the absorption of calcium goes, but I forget why. I forget why. Update 15,000, tapping it out. All right, we're getting there. I can hear you tapping. Welcome, Maggie. Yeah, join the fun. Okay, so now I'm getting this ready. Oh, and let me get some celery. Now today, I'm using a different kind of juicer. And I believe I have, ooh, don't tell me I don't have celery. How do I not have celery? All right, we're leaving celery out today. I thought I had celery, so I didn't buy it. There's so much food in my refrigerator. I can't wait for Grandma to get here. All right, so now, hold on. Okay, we talked about how do the patterns affect the bone loss, right? High fruit and vegetable intake supports bone health through minerals like potassium. Strict alkaline diets have not been consistently shown to prevent osteoporosis in healthy adults. I don't believe that. Oh, oxalate. It's the oxalate crystals. Thank you. I knew it had something to do with that. I've noticed all the grocery stores are starting to cut off the tops of the celery. Why do you think that is, BB? I can tell you why. Add it to my story. Sorry, I forgot. The cutting board has me excited. The government. Well, I think mostly it's because it's old and it starts to wilt. It's like most of the time you don't get carrot tops, beet green tops, which are so healthy. I mean, you know, when they say bunny rabbits eat carrots, no, they don't. They eat the tops of the carrot greens. We don't get them because the minute you harvest beets and carrots, you know, they come with, you know, greens on the top. Beet greens are so medicinal for the body. They support your blood. They support, they're just so powerful, but they wilt almost immediately. They don't last, so they cut the tops off. Yes. We have been taught that if you don't have a perfect apple, people aren't going to eat it. But see, I have these organic apples that I'm desperate to make our, you know, real caramel and stuff. But look, they come off the trees with dents and holes and wormholes and stuff, and people freak out because we've been taught that these are terrible to eat, and it's not true. Uh-oh, I'm getting the puzzle piece. Figure that not out. So there's a thing in the organic food industry called ugly fruits. Have you guys heard that term, ugly fruits? Ugly fruits are where, and I think it started with lemons because, you know, when you get a lemon that's, you know, really yellow and beautiful, it doesn't taste much different than a lemon that's like all pitted and weird. But because we have been taught that everything has to look perfect, nobody wants to buy an apple with a hole in it like that. Are you kidding me right now? I'll still pass on the one with the wormhole. That's what I say, Joan. Do they cover apples in wax? Not in the organic industry. We were looking at our green apples yesterday, and I was a little freaked out because they did have a wax coating, which is unusual, but look. So I got on the phone with my purveyor yesterday and I was like, what is going on? I want to know exactly what this is, why we have it. Oh, I know that puzzle. Sells ugly fruit, right? I love that because there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, so I'm a little bit freaked. I don't like it. There's no reason for organics to have this. And I called the grower and I called my producer and said, never saw this before. What's going on? Because I don't want to juice that crap. I don't know what it is. I have a little microscope. And I was like, oh my God, do I want to look? My husband was like, do not put that under a microscope. You're going to lose your mind and not sleep. I was like, you're right. Soak them in honey. Yeah. Well, what I'll do now with this before we, I'll show you. I have this. I'm going to use a little like warm water. Look, I'll put it in here like this. I'll drop some white vinegar and baking soda. And this is organic white vinegar. Put that in. And then I do a little bit, oh, can you guys see that? Sorry. And then let me go grab my baking soda. Science. Sneakers, I'm finding that out. I am a little bit stressed out because I've not ever seen that before, and I randomly check stuff like this. But you know, when I'm buying fruits and vegetables or working with them at work, so no, they're not supposed to. I know, right? I know that's the same. Baby, he protects me so much. Hey, kiss my grits. Kiss my grits. Yeah, now this will come right off. Yeah, you don't know what you're eating. Yeah, you buy all your fruits and veggies organic. That's great. Where are you in the country? Do you have access to Lady Moon? I mean, for me, by far, they're the best. It sent me down that. Oh, yeah. I totally get it. You know, I've been working on a video for the Organi Peel that our friend, what's his name? That crazy guy, billionaire. He's like, to me, he's the new Rothschild. North Carolina. Oh, Lady Moon. Lady Moon, fine Lady Moon. Oh, do you put that thing inside and it bubbles up? It's like a little thing. Oh, I saw that and wanted to get it. And my husband was like, you're being a freak. Yeah, especially berries. Yeah, my husband, I drive him crazy. He's like... My husband is that guy, you know, he was in the military, always, you know, always on that side of work. Like he's just like, you know, prepper, like he's just, you know, that guy. And always like he could just do and eat anything. He survived cancer and the crap they put inside his body. I was like, what? And he, like, I said, I would just melt into the stratosphere if I had to do what he did. And he is just, I mean, he just keeps going. He's so strong and it's just crazy. It's crazy. All right, so we have all of this. Let's keep going. Environmental toxins most linked to osteoporosis. I know, where's all our tappers today? You know, sometimes this, Robin, it's hard in the morning, and I'm not giving everybody an excuse. This is the second time I've come across your live and still obsessed with your cabinets. Thank you, R. They're hickory. Aren't they pretty? I love them. I love them. Yeah, I love them. Thank you. I appreciate that. Do you like my stainless steel though counter? I mixed it with stainless steel, which I love working on. I wanted to do the whole kitchen stainless steel, but the person who put this in was like, oh, you're not going to be able to resell your house. I was like, well, I don't care. I want stainless steel. I want to tap, but I have to get my kids ready for school, and I'm still listening. I get it, Maggie. We know it's kind of hard, right? Thank you for my rose, Robin. Don't bully me, Robin. I'm listening. I'm listening. Robin is never bullying. She really just wants to get us to the 100. That's her job, her whole job for the past year. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for that, all that love. I would love to show you my hickory countertop, but it's full of junk right now. One of these days I will show you the other side. This weekend I'll show you, I'll clean it up so you can see it, but it's like a handmade hickory, you know, like island top. It's so pretty. I love it. You're listening while you drive to work. Yeah, that's what I tell Robin all the time. Everybody's listening, so you can't really see what's going on. I totally get it. All right, now, you're doing, Robin, everybody's freaked out. The guilt is setting in. No stress. Okay, so now, where are we? Research, high and heavy metals. Cadmium, lead, and mercury, strongly linked to decreased bone mineral density and increased osteoporosis. You're making a smoothie? Yeah, we're about to do that too. I glance over every red light. No, don't do that. Other concerning toxins includes pesticides, phthalates. I love this family, me too. Phthalates, bisphenols, that's in the plastics, and some industrial chemicals, all of which can disrupt bone remodeling and hormonal balance and vitamin D metabolism. So I want you to think about that for a second. And also, if you guys have plugins that stink up your house, you have to throw them out. Remember what we did on the stove where we did the oranges and cinnamon stick, you know, burn rosemary, burn sage, you know, burn those kinds of things. Bay leaf is, if you burn bay leaf, that brings happiness. Cloves, it actually brings happiness into the air. You want to make sure anything you burn is, lead free and heavy metal free. All right. I have some news. Tyler just set up an 8-month all access now and Stan. Now through June, $197 for the first 10 people. And then after that, it'll pop to $297. AERA, I gotta check it out. Love cinnamon in my kettle on a wood stove. Yeah, exactly. So if you guys want the all access pass and you only can, you want to do it a little bit less money, you can do it at $197. Now I use peppermint in my vacuum. Exactly. You can do that too. You can run around and do peppermint or lavender drops. Those are so nice. You know, essential oils, organic essential oils are wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I had cloves out here the other day. My daughter's allergic to cloves, so I can't use clove oil when she's home. Those aren't safe for pets either. The essential oils, organic essential oils, some of them aren't, maybe the flavors. And then the merch store is open. My plugins, I haven't done those yet. Yeah, try them, T-Man. And then the Thanksgiving Survival Guide is still $9.99, and you get all the Thanksgiving recipes. We're sending them to you. Please share out my pin post. I don't know where you pinned it. I can't see the pin post, I don't think. All right, so 8-month all access pass, that concludes November and December, and then January through June, so it's like 8 months. It's $197. That's pretty good. And then that's for the first 10, and after that it goes up to $297. That's all right. That's all right. We haven't even started cooking yet. We've been yapping all morning. So if you guys want to do that, you have it, and the merch store is open. You can get that, all the beautiful organic t-shirts and aprons, all of that. 8-month pass. That's so awesome. What a great idea. Yeah, somebody asked us to do that. I don't know how much that is. Let's see. 8 times, let's do the math because I'm ridiculous. 8 times 30, 240 days, 197 divided by 240. It's 82 cents a day. 82 cents a day. No, the ARA has a bunch of benzyl chemicals in the pods. Uh-oh, AERA, benzyl chemicals. Got to be careful of that stuff, guys. All right, so how does chronic inflammation drive both arthritis and the aroma pods? Okay, so essential oils and water in a diffuser is the best way. And you got to get organic essential oils. Those are going to be hexane free. They're going to be benzyl free. They're not going to have any of that crap. Even better, maybe next summer when my herbs come in the garden, I will show you how to infuse them yourself and make your own oils. Because it's not hard. All right. How does chronic inflammation drive arthritis and osteoporosis? It breaks. So the inflammation drives the breakdown of the bone, right? It increases the pro-inflammatory cytokine response. And there's a bunch of numbers. That stimulates the osteoporosis. And the I can't say it, osteoclates. Oh yeah. Does anybody need the breakfast all right, I got to do a commercial break. So sorry for those of you guys who have heard this a million times, but all this stuff's important. For everybody that's here for the first time, my name's Chef Liz. I've been cooking and organic whole foods, food and healing. That's what we focus on here for the past year. And I work in a health food store for the past 21 years, and I cook organic whole foods, and I focus on food and healing. It's really important to me. And we've sort of built a really good, healthy space for you guys to have repetitive information and access to, and all access to cooking organic whole foods. So if you go to the Stand store, you can sign up. We have one cooking class this month. It's for holiday breakfast casseroles. It's going to be a great class. It's $25. You sign up today, you'll get all the recipes ahead of time. Then you can book a one-on-one with me if you need recipes specific to you. I'm happy to write them for you. That's a one-on-one. You can get it in the Stand store. And then we have my cookbook. We have our soup cookbook, Love by the Ladle, 28 different soups. It's wonderful. There's all different stocks, beautiful photography in the book. It's really nice. And if you want, you can pre-order the hard copy, which are coming probably in the beginning of December. Makes a great gift for the holidays. Cooking classes are on Zoom. Yep, smaller classes, a lot of fun. They really are great. And you get a calmer access to me. We get a lot of questions answered. We cook a lot. Then we have, oh my God, we have so much going on. And right now we just created an all access pass where you get all of that, including a soft cover of the paperback of my cookbook. And the recipe vault, that's normally $5 a month. So it's a $1,500, well, I guess it would be like $7.50, half of that if you did the 6-month one, and it's $197. So it's a really good price, and it gives you the access and the information at your fingertips. If you want to do one thing, you can do it. And then we have merch. So you're all in. You get the all-inclusive love. Yes. So making a smoothie, comment your favorite recipe. Okay. So as long as your home is ventilated, makes a huge difference. Are you talking about the Era one? So if you guys are interested in being part of our, all-inclusive, join the stand store, go shopping, see what works for you. How can you connect? In the Book of Face and on the stand store community page, you'll get the calendar, and we put this out every month so you know when I'm live, what's going on. And it's like you can pin this on your fridge or at your desk, or leave it on your desktop, or pin it on your phone somehow so that you know when to see what we're doing and when our classes are. And then what else do I have for you? Merch, t-shirts, and they're 100% organic, which I love. Apron, a little tote bag. All right. So there you go. $197. That's 83 cents a day, and it's a 6-month. Every 6 months it will renew, and you get 2 months free if you join right now, because you get November and December too. All right. Eat whole foods, Mediterranean style diet with plenty of calcium-rich vegetables, quality protein, healthy fats, nuts, high oxalate foods such as excessive spinach or beets. That can inhibit calcium absorption, which, by the way, I love spinach and beets. I eat them all the time. So for supplements that have strong evidence for bone and joint health, vitamin D3 and K2. I love this supplement, Dr. Mercola. He's great. We're 80 plus strong. Whoop, whoop. That's pretty good for a kitchen pharmacy class. Every Wednesday at 8 a.m. Next week's the last one for the month, and then we'll go in because I have a lot of Thanksgiving catering. Glucosamine and chondroitin. Oh, that's for joints. So bone health. Natto, which is fermented soy, as a food or supplement, is a potent source for vitamin K2. Boron and zinc are emerging as some good evidence for supporting bone mineral density. So those are really important. Easy to get in a multivitamin too. If you have a good multivitamin, it's a great way to get it. Joint health, glucosamine and chondroitin. It reduces pain, slows cartilage breakdown. Be careful. Some of those are suspended in like seed oils. So just be careful of where you get them. Curcumin, omega-3, fish oils, we should all be on that. Collagen peptides, some people like it from the sea. I use the Truvani one. And then boswellia, that's frankincense. You can get an organic frankincense and rub that all over any type of arthriticness. You can suspend that in castor oil, hexane-free, certified organic castor oil, and rub that in all night. Do castor oil packs with frankincense. Super powerful for arthritic joint health. Yeah, B vitamins. And let me tell you, in this high stress world, a good a B complex vitamin is very important, just like a magnesium complex. All right. Daily food sources of calcium, leafy greens, broccoli. And yeah, you'll get this whole thing. You can read it in the kitchen pharmacy, all in the kitchen pharmacy part of the recipe vault. It's $5 a month. Broccoli, almonds, tahini, top. Vitamin D is mushrooms, wild fish, and of course, sunlight. Even if you go outside now in the winter and you just spend an hour outside, you're in there. It's all in there now. Whoop, whoop. Chef, Nordic Natural to me is probably one of the top. Vital Nutrients does a good brand. How do you sign up for the community? You jump in the stand store, click the link in my bio, and you just scroll in and you go shopping. There's all kinds of fun love in there. All right. And really the Thanksgiving survival guide, $10. And you get all of my Thanksgiving recipes. They're ready to send out immediately. Daily food source of calcium, weight-bearing movement. We talked about that. All right. Let's make some food. So there's like, I don't know, about 10 pages. And then at the end, you'll have a breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack and a juice recipe. All right. So let's do a golden green bowl. I'm going to do with you guys real quick. And then we're going to do 18 days left for our long-term subs. That for free access in the community since June. Jump in. 18 days left. All right. So, I want to do a lightly steamed kale and spinach. So I'm just going to take a little bit. And this is a great way to start a breakfast. Like I have quinoa, right? We already cooked that. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to show you how I do this. I'm going to do it with a little coconut aminos. I'm just going to take this and I'm going to use the stem wherever possible because remember that's got good vitamins and nutrients too, and it's crunchy. So if you like texture, it's a really, really yummy way to get texture. We have our quinoa, and then we're going to do a little turmeric, a little ground flax. I hope I have avocado. I think I do. If I don't, I'm going to tell you we're going to put avocado. And then a poached egg or a soft-boiled egg is going to go in there. If you don't like that, you could add chickpeas. I put a tiny bit of salt on here. And then some olive oil or some tahini drizzle with a little lemon. I'm going to show you that now. So I'm going to get my tahini. I have, once again, organic, unsweetened, creamy tahini. Love this. We're going to steam this. Do I have my little machine out here? No. All right, we'll do it right on the counter. So here, I have a little water in my pan, but watch what I'm going to do. In this water, just to make it taste a little bit better, and have a little bit more flavor, I'm going to add my very favorite coconut aminos. I'm just going to put a little splash in here. Let me see. I want to see my vitamins and nutrients in this. I'm curious. Calcium, 2%. No D, no iron, and 2% potassium. All right, so you're getting a little bit of something. But it gives it nice flavor without the saltiness. Look, I'm just doing a little bit. I'm going to put this on here. I'm going to bring it to a simmer, and then I'm going to drop my lacinato kale and a little handful of spinach. Right? Now, if you have these slivered almonds, look. Here you go. I got pumpkin and slivered almonds. A great way to top this with some crunch, just like Frank's. All right, so here, this is gonna start to simmer. We're gonna throw that in, then we're gonna mix it into this bowl. And I'm gonna show you, this is a wonderful way to get a delicious breakfast in and start your day with some serious amount of wonderful calcium-rich foods that are really going to help you with your, look at that. So there, you're going to add that. This is ready to steam. And remember, you're going to lightly steam it, so you don't want to unalive it. You just want to break it down a little bit. So you can go like this. Can you guys see that? Yes, you can see it. I'm gonna just use my tongs really fast. And as soon as you see it get brighter than it even is now, look at that. This is it. That's all you want to do. Lightly steamed. You see it's just broken down a little bit. That's great. So you can join this community and you have all of these recipes at your fingertips. I mean, there's breakfast, there's all kinds of wonderful information that keeps you healthy and nutrient dense. And I say this all the time, very hard to overeat nutrient dense food. It's almost, in my opinion, impossible, because once your body has enough, it says, okay, I'm satisfied, in a way that you're not ever satisfied when you're eating a bag of potato chips or something like that. Now, the next step is I'm gonna fry an egg real fast. Now actually I could poach the egg. What would you guys rather see, a poached? Can I put it, yeah. This recipe is going to have an egg on it, sliced avocado. We're going to drizzle some tahini, and it's going to be a delicious breakfast. Could you scramble the egg? You can do an egg any way you want, but I want to do it so that I get, good nutrients out of it. And I will show you something. Right now, I am big on, I have found that they are making me feel a lot better. And let me tell you, they're $9 a dozen, so don't freak. But I've been using the Utopian organic soy-free eggs. I know I love poached. Okay, so we'll make a poached egg. It's probably my favorite way. And I'm gonna use the green liquid with the aminos to poach the egg. How about that? So let me see, I gotta get a little bit more. I gotta get a deeper pot. So I'm gonna add this liquid in, add some water. Now this has got the minerals from the greens and my aminos. I would love some scrambled eggs, but I'm allergic. What are you're allergic to eggs? Yeah, I'm finding that lately I've been hearing people say that when they eat the soy-free eggs, they're feeling better. So these are Snickers. These are Utopian pasture-raised soy and corn-free. Quail eggs. Okay, you can do that. Do the quail eggs. Quail eggs are great. Even a duck egg. Yeah, these are good. And oh, you need the mirror? Okay. It's weird. It says I'm mirrored, but when I turn it back this way, now it's, see? They're great. Most independent health food stores should have these eggs. They're pretty big. And some of the farms, like we have a farm also by us in the Hudson Valley that does these. I don't know how far the reach is, but these are also soy-free, and they're only out for a small amount of time. Like I'm pretty sure when it gets deep into the winter months, you're not going to be able to get them. But these are called Oliver's organic eggs, and these are also organic soy and corn-free. Yes. Yes. Delicious eggs. Corn is my arch enemy. Oh, so you got to get these eggs. Did you look at the picture? Here, I'll put them both up so you guys can photograph it. And then start bugging your places that you shop. Tell them you want these eggs to get them. But remember, they're $8.99 a dozen. All right, so we're going to let this get nice and hot, and then we're going to make our egg and have a beautiful breakfast. Now, I think I buy an avocado and then I don't know where I put it. And then when I find it, it's bad. But I don't know why I love avocados. Why do I not have my avocado here? Oh wait, maybe it's in my bag. No, I didn't get one. Hold on, let me look at my fruit bowl. No avocados today. Damn it, Janet. I really want to have an avocado with this. Of course, my arch enemy. Look, and then we can add a little tahini, and now you have this like truly absorbable, easy to eat, calcium rich, bone healthy, yummy dish. Now, I personally like, I think I might add a little amino to this, coconut amino, just to make it move a little better and give it a little flavor. Okay, this is ready. Now, here's a little secret. You know how you get a perfectly poached egg? You add a splash of vinegar into the water with the egg. Now, if you have a little orange juice, you can mix that. I don't like lemon with tahini, and I'm not a big fan of sesame seed, but for this dish with the greens. Now, do you guys remember when I made gamasio? It was with a sea vegetable and sesame seeds. You could also add this to this dish. I'll show it to you. I mean, this is a little hardcore medicinal, but you can make it taste good. Look, I'm just trying to fix the tahini so it isn't lumpy and you have it like a dressing. Okay. Now, we're gonna take the top off of here. I'm gonna slow this down just a speck because I don't want it to break up the egg. And then I'm gonna make this like a whirlpool. We're gonna put literally a splash. It's like 3 drops because I'm only making 1 egg. All right, so now I'm gonna spin that. And then I'm gonna crack my egg. Oops. I'm gonna crack my egg in there, and it swirls it, keeps it together, and then, there you go. It takes all the white of the egg. Additional Thanksgiving recipes to those who buy a survival guide. Do you think it's the corn and soy? You know, Lauren, I mean, have you been tested for the egg? And then it could be the corn and soy. If you don't have like an anaphylactic reaction and it's just a stomach reaction, you could be brave enough to try it, but you know, that's a decision you have to come to. I don't know what it means for you to have it, to be allergic to it. So that's the only thing. Wait till you see this egg. You're gonna be like, wow, that worked. And when you spin it, it works better. I have all kinds of cool little slotted spoons and I don't see one. How is that possible? I think I'm cooking so much it might be in the dishwasher. Sent a lightning bolt, thank you. My IgE was clean. I have to check the IgG. It's a mast cell trigger. Oh, so will that create like a cytokine thing or that's not good, right? When it does that mast cell stuff, that's like it's a little scary. Look, poached egg. Oops, he fell off. I want him back on here. Come here. Look at that. Look. I don't know. That makes me worried. Can you get yourself out of that mast cell trigger thing? That's way above my histamine, glucose. Yeah. I mean, if you can get yourself out of it. What's the sauce? I just did tahini and a little coconut amino. and I'm sensitive to eggs. To my practice said it's all. My practitioner said it's all in the. Hi, her. Now look, for crunch, if you need that crunch, you could add again, right? Look. I mean, yeah, that's smart. But you might see, is it corn and soy? Like if you all quail eggs versus corn, debate your preference. AI is crazy. I mean, the AI on here is like in the middle of our information. And look, if you want even more, a little additional, and you're in, you have all this yummy. Look at that breakfast. Now, if you want to go out to brunch one day and have a glass of champagne or do whatever you do and you want to be with your family, that's great. I say you got to live your life. And then enjoy a bowl like this. You know, the other 4 days a week or 5 days a week, balance, right? What do they say? Live life in moderation. Look, you get the crunch. You get the quinoa, high protein. If you need this to be vegan, the only thing I'm missing on here is my avocado. And I would love it. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Yes, but you have to be well enough to get off the couch and have a good time. April, it's so yummy. It's so light. And look, I'm going to break my egg. And now it's going to go all over my quinoa and my greens with my nuts and seeds. And really, I won't get through this whole bowl because it's too nutrient dense. What's the quinoa? What is quinoa? What is that? Oh, quinoa. Quinoa, Quinoa. Quinoa is a grain. It's the highest whole grain. It's the highest source of protein of all the whole grains. So look at that. Yeah, it's from South America. You don't like the texture? Don't eat it. It's not couscous. Right. Don't eat it if you don't like the texture. Try a different grain. With the sliced almonds. Now remember, for this bowl of food, you can't swallow it by pushing a glass of water down. There's millet or farro. Well, farro though is wheat-based. Not wheat-based, it's gluten-based. It's not wheat, it's a cousin of wheat. You have to chew this food. You can't just swallow it with a glass of water. Tell them, Ma. Isn't that good? This is my breakfast. It tastes so good. Let her eat. Jake, do you see? So we poached an egg that was corn and soy free. This is for osteoporosis and arthritis. How do we get all the calcium-rich food without taking a pill? How do you get it plant-based or food-based? So I made a breakfast bowl with quinoa, poached eggs, steamed greens. I did a lacinato kale and some spinach. I made a sesame sauce with a little bit of coconut aminos. And I'm saying, you know, for those of you who have osteopenia or osteoporosis or arthritis, this is a great way to start your day with nutrient-dense food. And you cannot overeat nutrient-dense food. Your body's going to say, okay, I'm good. Thank you. And it's so good. Now, on a day where you want to go out for breakfast with your family or, oh yeah, that's what I forgot that. It's in my recipe. Thank you. My little pot of gold that I put on everything. Now I got to eat again. Some ground flax. That gives you, Mama, BB, this is good for you, for what you were sharing with us before. This is what you want to eat. Hi, Pri. So this is a great way to eat. If you are insulin resistant or, you have type 2 diabetes and you need a good breakfast, this is a really good source of, keeping your blood sugar neutral besides all the other benefits of this. You could sprinkle turmeric and black pepper on here and have that anti-inflammatory for your joints as well. And then you're really cranking it out. Well, food is the operative word, right, BB? Yes, you have food restrictions. If all you want to eat is Chinese food, pizza, packaged junk food, then yes, but I don't consider that food. If you're going to eat like this, to me, the key to a diabetic diet is fiber. If you consume a good source of fiber and not drinking it with that crap that they sell in the big box pharmacy stores, I'm talking fiber-rich food, beans, whole grain rices, like a short grain brown rice or a brown basmati, really healthy, good, real food, then I don't think there's any restriction. But if you're going to eat a standard American diet, then yeah, you can't eat anything. But when you eat like this, as a type 1 or type 2 diabetic, your blood sugar is going to be nice and steady. It's meal timing, right? And how you pair it. Exactly. I agree with that, Lauren, 100%. Remember, food combining is essential when you're trying to heal your body because food does not break down and your digestive enzymes do not, for each type of food, whether it's protein, carbohydrate, fats, hi, Christopher, your digestive enzymes do not release at the same time. They release separately. So when you food combine, it's true. 100%, when you food combine, that is the way that that your body runs the most efficiently because now when you eat 80% of one nutrient and then you fill in a little bit of each thing, like right here, right? I have mostly a complex carb in this dish, which is the quinoa, but I added an egg, the protein, but it will break down easier than if I put this on a roll. If I put it on a roll, it's going to sit in my stomach and it doesn't break down. So that's the key. Does that help answer the question, BB? All right, next. Oh my God, this was so good. I could keep eating it, but I'm actually full. I shouldn't say full. I'm satisfied. My body's like, hey, that was delicious. Thank you. All right, and then the last thing I want to do is I want to show you this juicer. Not a big fan, but I want to show it to you anyway. All right. Let's see. Hold on. Hold, please. All right. I want to do this juice for you guys because this is a juice that This is a juice that you can make that's rich in calcium and anti-inflammatory. So here, you're gonna do cucumber. Come on. All right, our cucumber. And I like this. I don't know why, but sometimes I like juicing these. I don't have celery. I don't know what I did. So ridiculous. And then dandelion greens or parsley. I don't have that, so I'm going to use this. Right? Dos, I mean, having such a good time. That plays in our kitchen pretty much every day. We sing that song. A half a green apple. And I juice the seeds. I don't care what people say about the seeds. I think it's all a lie. I don't know if it's a lie, but it's not. I don't think it's as bad as they make it sound because I think it's more medicinal. Then we're going to do a lemon. And then what's my other thing I put in here? Oh, a little fresh ginger and some aloe. All right. Look at this. Nice and calcium rich, right? Hydrating, alkalized, rich in silica, magnesium, vitamin C, supports tissue repair and collagen formation. Gee, if we get to 50,000, my fingers will be happy. I mean, it's a struggle today, right? Some days we can crank it out. Some days it's just a struggle. It's just the way it goes. Nothing we can do about it. All right, now I want to show you, for this juice, I want all the fiber that's going to come with this. I want all the medicinal. No, we will not grow an apple tree in our stomach. All right, wait, there's one more ingredient. Oh, aloe. I'm going to put a little aloe in here. Now, I actually have an aloe plant, but I'm going to use my aloe juice. Now, if you have chlorophyll drops, you could also put chlorophyll in, which is high calcium. All right? And then let's get our glass. All right. And then we're going to catch all the yuck. All right, can you guys see it? So this actually masticates the juice. This one is called an EAN Orus, ORUUS. Okay, and it will crush everything. So it doesn't juice it. So we're gonna get all the fiber in it. This juicer's on my kitchen essentials page that you can access through the Stand store. I think it's the last thing on the list. I should put this. I wish I had. I need time. All right, so you're gonna cut this stuff up very as small as you can in pieces, and then it's just gonna grind it up, and then it's gonna give us the juice, and that's what we're gonna drink. All right. Now you're gonna be able to access these recipes if you're in the Stand store in the recipe vault. Also, if you have an all access pass, you can access these as well. This is just gonna crush it and then create juice, and I'm gonna put a little bit of, look. You guys see that? You eat a worm. Well, right now they want to feed us worms, BB. There you go. So now this has all the fiber. This is sort of like a juice press. It's actually, I think both juicers do different things. I have both kinds. And it keeps it cold because it's just masticating it. I don't know. I think, aren't they just more protein rich? so gross, Phoebe. Yes. Yes, it's like that. I think that's all of it. Too short to sing. Yeah, that's it. And then you just pull this forward and it gives us the rest. Pretty cool, huh? All right, now let me see. I think if I open this, yeah, there's nothing left. Look. All right. There's really nothing left in here. Look, it broke it all down. We're almost done anyway, Joan. We're pretty much done. And I added my aloe to this. So if you have to drink this, now I don't have my celery in here. I would want this in here. George's aloe, yes. Yes, yes, yes. All right. That's good. I love this. The green apple and the lemon. This is lovely. And I'm going to save this because I just ate that food and it will make my stomach upset, but I'm going to drink this in about 3 hours. But look, that's all that's left from it. So cool, right? There you go. So you also are going to get the other recipes that are in here are a sesame date energy bar bite. So another one of those little yummy balls, a root harmony stew, and a Mediterranean mineral plate with wild salmon and broccoli. So these are going to really help you with the calcium and all the food that's going to help you with arthritis. And let's see, it's about, how many pages is this? It's like 9 pages of information that you will have to help you with osteoporosis and arthritis. I just ordered a bottle for my brother. Oh yeah, the George's aloe is wonderful. Because you can't really tell. Oh my God, this is so good. I want to drink it, but I know it'll upset my stomach because I just ate that bowl of food. But you see, start your morning, right? If I had drank this first, if I had made this first, I would have drank the whole thing. I would have just drank the whole thing. It's so good. And then I would have this bowl with my egg and quinoa. Look at that powerhouse. You want to talk about how do you get enough energy? How do I feel better? How do I not burn my bone? I don't want to hurt anymore. The drink had, hold on, my darling. I did apple, lacinato kale, cucumber, and lemon. It also calls for celery, which I didn't have, so I left it out. All right, my loves and friends. I know, it's so good. And this is all to help you with osteoporosis and arthritis. It's delicious. It's kind of funny because this is what I hear from people all the time, like, oh, I don't know if I want to eat that. Because we're so used to seeing pizza and melted cheese over everything and sauce or, I don't know, lo mein noodles or, just think about all the food that we eat on a regular basis. So when your eyeballs see a beautiful plate of food, it's like, oh, it looks nice, but I'm not eating that. And then you eat it and you're like, oh my God, this is so good. Oh, all different colors? That's great. This is white quinoa, but I have red quinoa inside. There's like a brown quinoa. There's all different kinds of quinoa, and you can mix them. Sometimes I mix them. Andrea, thank you for my heart. Yeah, you can make ice cubes with this for sure. Yours is a mix, that's fine. Use it. It's gonna be delicious. Makes the plate look more festive. You buy it that way? Yeah, sometimes I buy it that way. It depends on what I grab. All right, we only hit 7 out of 20 of our goal. So if you guys want to jump in and do that. This morning I ate a salad. I always feel amazing. See? Because you're not inflaming your body. Be good to ourselves. That's what we want to do. It is very easy to go for the bag of chips or the shitty sandwich or the whatever. But when you do this and you're like, oh my God, thank you. Thank you, Elliot. Thank you. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Renee. Yeah, we have to crank them out. If we miss those, I think that's how we don't keep growing. We have 17 seats open for our breakfast casserole class. Use code 5OFF. Oh, for a $5 off before the end of the live, which is coming. So if you want to get in, it'll be $20. I love kale chips, sweet potato chips now. Yeah, I mean, that's better. Better than. Robin, thank you. Thank you for all those Novembers. Thank you, Renee. That's sweet. Thank you, Pri. So you guys see the difference, right? I know you know it. I see very familiar people here. It makes such a difference to eat this way. And I'm telling you, it tastes so good. Hey, Neil, thank you for my rose. You know, it makes such a difference. It makes such a difference. Thank you for my rose. I have to have a little more sip of this. You see how it doesn't separate because it's very fiber rich. Yeah, if anybody wants to do the holiday breakfast casserole this Sunday, that should make the goal now. Let me see. I think so. Let's check it. Thanks. Yippee! I'm making stuffed avocado for lunch today and his stuffed with tuna. Good. Love that. I love that everybody eats so healthy. And you know, you want to go out to dinner. Thank you for my paper crane, Neil. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think that if you, you know, when you want to go out to dinner or you want to have that, you know, piece of cake at a celebration, I don't think that's, you're welcome, Mystical. I don't think that's a terrible thing. Because if you spend, thank you for my heart. Thank you, Robin. If you guys spend your time focusing on, okay, 90% of the time I'm 100% organic. When you go out and you have to go to a wedding or you have to go, whatever, to a birthday party or you want to go out to dinner with friends, you don't have to think about it. You know, you don't have to think about it. And the cleaner your diet gets, the faster and more sensitive your body becomes to crappy food. And one day you're like, you know what? I'm just going to cook at home and have my friends over here. It makes a big difference. It really does. All right, my peeps, here we go. You're going to see me the next couple of days. Oh, there's a whole bunch of squirrels on my deck. The next couple of days, I'll pop up either Thursday or Friday at the shop. You know, if you download this, if you are part of the recipe vault, you're going to get these cute little things you can hang on your fridge about diet for osteoporosis and arthritis. It makes it so much better. I totally love that. And then you'll get a strong bone and joint diet and lifestyle tip. Makes life easy. You could pin these up. I have a bunch of these. I'm going to start making more of these because they're really fun to have. And then you can download my November schedule and I can occupy your fridge. We should make a fridge magnet. We need a fridge magnet. We have to have a fridge magnet. Let's get a fridge magnet. That way everybody can pin the stuff up. Fridge magnet. All right, so you guys got it. You got the stand store. I have set you guys up. There is no excuse for us now. You have access to me. You can book a one-on-one. You can join the recipe vault for $5 a month. It's not expensive to invest in yourself. 88 cents a day for the next 8 months. You know, 80. I think it's at 83 point. No, it's like 0.833336 cents. It's not. That is an investment in feeling good. You know, living a life where you can, you know, go out dancing or go out hiking. You don't have to sit on the couch because you feel sick or your stomach hurts. I am setting you up a space where you have delicious food, access to a chef who really gives a crap about people, you know, and I don't know what else to give you but a big giant air hug. You have every tool you need. You can even wear a t-shirt and an apron, and soon you're going to have a cutting board and a fridge magnet so you can put your stuff up. You are all in. You have every tool you need to be successful at changing your diet to organic whole foods. You've always wished you could eat more healthy. You always wish you had a place where people, you know, care and a supportive community. You found us. You found us. We are here. Now all you have to do is push that button and invest in yourself. That's it. It's that simple. All done. Last couple of minutes to get in on your holiday casserole. You know, you only got a week left before you have to really start seriously thinking about Thanksgiving dinner. So don't forget to get your Thanksgiving ebook. And then you get all of those. Yes, being in this community helps so much. Great reminder and great people. That's what it is, right? What is it? Repetition is the mother of learning. Practice, 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 practice. There's a free download premium pantry makeover you can get. Love it here. I thank you, Bianca. You can get into the Book of Face. There's some free recipes and early kitchen pharmacy classes. Shauna, love you. You know, and if you join the All Access Pass, I think he put it up there at $197 for today only, and then it goes to $297. You get 8 months, and you get everything. The only thing you don't get is the one-on-one, because when I sell 1,000 of them, I don't have enough hours in the day. Everything else you'll have access to. You'll get a copy of the cookbook, a paperback. You'll get every Sunday night class. You get every ebook. You get a webinar at the end of the month where it's just pass holders chatting it away, asking questions, just me. Once we have 50 all access pass holders, I will be having practitioners on that you can ask questions to and chat about. 83 cents a day for 8 months of love. That's pretty good. Thank you for my bouquet. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Robin. Yeah, there's a lot of people here who are part of the community and are just loving and wonderful. So I appreciate all of you. Thank you for spending your Wednesday morning with me. If you need me, you know where to find me. I'm always around and available. Have a wonderful day. I will see you guys sometime in the shop. Good morning, Fancy. Good, Fancy. Have a great few days of hopefully some rest. Oh no, I'll still be working, you guys. You'll see me. I'm going to be doing videos tonight that'll all get posted. I'm so glad, Tammy. Yeah, this is a really good space. You're going to have a great time here. And for those of you who are on the fence, don't worry. You'll cave soon. I'm here for the long term. I made that promise a year ago and I'm still here. And we have just begun. We've only just begun. Thank you, Fancy. I appreciate that so much. All right, remember, you have an 8-month access to an all access pass on sale. We listened. We made a 6-month one that's actually 8 months because of the time frame. So join in, go shopping, have fun. Love you guys. All right, so the next actual live class, you'll see me in the kitchen either tomorrow or Friday at work. But the next live class is Friday morning. It's going to be our kitchen hacks. But we've decided to finish up all our sides. I'm going to do the collard greens, Brussels sprouts. We're going to make cornbread and sausage stuffing. And something they want with fresh cranberries. And then next Monday and Tuesday, we'll work on some different Thanksgiving desserts that are not pies, except maybe a coconut custard pie. If I can get the holy wholesome crust, I'll do it. And then I'm gonna sit and eat it. I'm gonna eat the whole pie on camera, because I love coconut cream pie. Chocolate cream pie and coconut cream pie. All right, I'm just dreaming. See you guys. I'll see you guys this week. Have a wonderful day. Eat healthy. Let food be your remedy. All right, now watch. There's 60 people in here. Watch what happens. I'm going to go off, and they're going to go, oh no, are you sure you want to go? We still have 65 viewers here who'd love to stay and support you. So then you get a load of guilt, and I have to come back and be like, I gotta go, guys. I know, it's so funny every time, Robin. Have a wonderful day. I just hope you have a beautiful sunshine day. It's sunshiny out here today. Go for a nice walk in the fresh air. Bye, guys.